What's good, folks? It's your boy Dookie. I'm back with the vainglorious C-Hova. This is a little bit delayed. I told you we was coming back to talk about this right here. Hold it up for the beautiful people.
Can you see? Can we? Am I doing? No, that's my hand in the way.
We're here to talk about the Honor 7X. It's been about a month. About a month or so?
About a month, I would
Yeah,
say.
about a month. Cookie has been using it as her primary phone. So we're gonna get her thoughts and opinions on it. Gonna see if what she likes about it, what she don't like about it. Now, before we get into it, let's talk about a little bit of the specs. It's a 18:9 screen ratio. Yeah, so you see it's got the slim bezels. It's got a bezel here at the top and the bottom, which is, you know, to be expected for a $200 phone. It's got a total viewing distance of 5.93 inches, so it's not quite 6-inch like a lot of the phones out there, but you know, it's definitely slimmer. On the back, it has a dual lens camera system, which they use to try to get some of those depth of field effects, kind of like the Pixel and the iPhone, other cameras like that, that bokeh. You know, we'll talk about that. It says it has a 3340 milliamp hour battery with the Kirin 659 chipset. So, you know, we'll talk about battery life and we'll ask her how she feels about the battery life and all of that. How you doing today?
Wonderful.
So, you've been using this phone for about a month. What are your just overall thoughts about it?
Well, what you talking about, since I'll just go off what you first was talking about.
Right.
The last thing you talked about was the battery and the battery life and life expectancy. I probably charged this phone fully maybe once.
Yeah, she doesn't.
I don't really
like
charge.
keep it on
I
the
don't like
charger.
keeping my phone on the charge, and it has. I promise you, only died on me. Completely just went off one time. And this is after using it for a couple of days without having it on the charge, or having it on the charger for only a few minutes throughout the day, and not charging it at all night long.
You definitely won't get, like, definitely won't be able to charge it to like 100 and then not charge it for 3 days. That's not what's
that's what I'm talking about.
You know, but
like,
if during a whole day, you know, you'll get to the end of the day, like if you're a heavy user where you're always on, you know, Facebook, that can drain a battery. And she's got to the end of the day, I'm talking about, you know, sitting, you know, chilling all day, going to work, coming home, chilling some more, going to bed, and still having, you know, 40 or 50% on the battery. You know, so it definitely is efficient with the battery.
The battery life is pretty good for this, especially if you do as much as I do with it and don't respect the charge. Don't respect the charge.
Hold on a second, got people hitting me up. Whoa. One thing that we need to talk about is the actual screen. Now, I'm going to be real honest here. What Cookie uses her phone for is probably different than the majority of people buying new tech. Like, people are really into this whole bezel-less thing. I don't think you have no idea.
Nah.
She cares nothing about that.
No.
Where did you come from? It was the Z Max phone. What was that? The Z Max 2? It was whatever it was. I'll put the link to that. While this phone has more screen ratio, it's smaller in the hand. She actually liked the
bigger because I have big hands. So this, it feels like, you know, it's all dainty, you know, and I'm not, and it's, you know, so it's like, it's just smaller in my hand. I have a bigger hand.
Now, one thing I gotta say is, I honestly think this screen is beautiful. Like, if you're somebody who likes that 18:9 aspect ratio, where you're getting way less bezel, more viewing ratio, you know, for scrolling and things like that, you'll definitely love a phone like this. That's not one of the things that she'll be looking for. Like, you know, a lot of people who watch like YouTube and Hulu and a lot of content like that, that's not necessarily what you're doing.
No.
She's definitely like, you know, like memes and, little quick Facebook videos, those type of videos that she likes.
Facebook videos all day.
So one thing I have to ask you though, what about the sound? As far as when you're looking at videos, what is the sound audio quality like?
Oh, the audio quality is good. It's better than my other phone.
It was better than that Z-Max?
Yeah, especially like when I'm, like I said, I don't listen to music at work or whatever like that. I have to, you know, cut the volume down a lot lower on this phone than I did on the other way.
Open up, play something for us real quick.
Say oops, upside your head. Say oops, upside your head. Say oops, upside your head. Say oops, upside your head.
It's not gonna blow you away like
it's not.
If you're coming from like a phone that has like dual front-facing speakers or something like that, it's not gonna blow you away. Let's see. You have bottom firing speakers, you know, which is, it's a budget phone. You can't get everything for $200. Like, y'all need to play the drinking game. We say at $200, you know, compared to, you know what the flagship phones cost. This is a $200 phone, so you gotta think about that. Now, one thing that I did notice, and she's noticed as well, because the Z-Max had USB-C, so we could share chargers. We pretty much were a USB-C household with just the same chargers everywhere. This took her back to a USB micro.
Yeah. If you're in the world,
yeah,
and you don't have your charger,
yeah,
you might be stuck.
It's crazy because that was the standard, but everything is going to USB-C. One thing that I want you to tell the people, because we're about bringing me out of real. You don't like this phone's ability to multitask.
Yeah, I don't. I know you said that a lot of people say that it doesn't, but it lags to me.
I have not. Now I'll say this. I have not used this phone personally, and she showed me. You know, where she was trying to listen to music and couldn't answer a text message without it cutting the music off,
or like taking forever for me to be actually to text the message and actually send it.
Yeah.
Like trying to it does.
She's experienced some lag, so if you're a heavy user, you know, that's something you might want to look at. We're going to look at it here and see if it's something going on with this specific phone or if it's just overall with the chip. Because, like, you know, from my experience, from what I've heard in other reviews, people are saying there's not a lot of lag. But I mean, you just know that happens, man. At every budget, really. But, you know, that's just something you gotta, you know, notice. And, you know, I wanted to give y'all the real, man. This is a direct user. She's not a tech YouTuber. We don't just buy phones, you know, just to say, hey, we got the newest phone, you know what I'm saying? She's been using this, you know, as her phone for the last month. Picture-wise, what do you think about the pictures?
The pictures are pretty good for you say a budget phone.
She really likes her phones with the front-facing flash.
It doesn't really have that, but it does have an option where it actually flashes, but it doesn't flash. You know what I'm saying?
It does the screen flash.
The screen flashes. It doesn't like flash on the
a lot more phones are starting to do that.
It doesn't do like the external flash, but it kind of does like, because I can lay in, you know, in the bed in the dark and take a picture.
Hold up, what are you laying in the bed with the dark taking pictures for?
Do it. He told me to test it, so I tested it. But it does do a flash, so you can actually see the picture.
I looked at it, man, from taking pictures from the back camera. You know, I think with a lot of these phones, man, if you have good lighting, you get some really good pictures. Like, they're not gonna be on the level of like an iPhone or a Pixel or anything like that. But as far as getting nice, you know, vibrant pictures, all the colors. Now, one of the things that we tested was the wide aperture mode, and that's when you have your two cameras. You can change it from like a lot of blur in the background to almost no blur in the background. So I'll tell you this, I struggled to understand what the second camera is for. It felt more like a software thing than it actually did like two individual cameras capturing different images. But I'll show some of those pictures here. I took some pictures of her. We were out to eat.
I was just laughing because I was looking at some of the pictures.
I apologize for the goofiness of the pictures, but y'all let us know what you think about the pictures down below. We're gonna wrap this up because For a lot of people, they're saying this is the ultimate phone at $200. And would you recommend this phone to somebody else?
I don't know if I would recommend it to adults. You know, like if you're an adult and you do adult things on your phone, adulting, I wouldn't, you know, I don't do that much on this phone. But if you're like a really like busy adult and you have a lot of your, you know, schedules and you have a lot of kids that you gotta call and you have a lot of things to do, I don't know if this would be the best phone for you. I don't think this
You think that lag is just...
The lag drives me insane. It really does. I don't know if, like I said, we could check and see if it's just this phone. It just drives me crazy.
What we're gonna do is I will take the phone, once we switch out, I'll take the phone, we'll probably do a hard refresh, see if there's anything else going on, and we'll come back and address it. So make sure y'all subscribe for that. We'll come back, because if it's the same, then hey, you just gotta watch out for it. You know, like I said, you can't get everything with a $200 phone, but you do expect to be able to use it. You know, you do it. I mean, I used that ZTE phone before she did, and you could definitely multitask on there. You could, you know, play a game and answer a call, and you know, I would listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts a lot, so I'm listening to a podcast and checking Instagram. And if you can't do that on this phone. But we're gonna get up out of here. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Is this the ultimate $200 phone?
Do you have this phone and have you noticed any lag, or is it really just my phone?
Yeah, let us know, because especially if you've had this phone or if you've had any experience with it, if you had any lag or anything like that, please leave it down below, because we want everybody in the comments to know what's really going on. We're gonna get up out of here. It's your boy Dookie.
It's the Vainglorious C-Hova.
Holla at your folks.